Are you interested in creating a real side income through short-term rentals? In my first 6 months in the Airbnb business, we brought in $37,000 in gross income. Today I'm going to show you the actual numbers and also tour the properties and give you 5 helpful tips to consider when selecting your first short-term rental. The goal for this video is to help one person out in the market that is thinking about creating a short-term rental to take the jump. And I want to equip them with the knowledge, the skills, and some of the tips that have helped me make this a seamless transition. Like I said, our first booking was not until Memorial Day of 2021 with the Dallas unit, and that was the only unit we had up and running until September when we welcomed this Fayetteville, Arkansas Airbnb to the market. I recently purchased unit number 3 here in Bentonville, Arkansas, standing right in front of it. And barring any hiccups, I have forecasted that all 3 units will bring in a combined over $100,000 in 2022. Let's check it out. Now that we're on site, I want to go through my keys for success with short-term rentals. Wouldn't be an upstart YouTube channel without multiple calls to action. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to, then don't. I'm fine with either, but I had to ask you guys. Point number 1, refresh the rental. Buying a home that you can refresh for around $15,000 is the sweet spot for an STR. If it's not already renovated and needs work, this will ensure that you're getting a good deal on the front end and you're not overpaying, which is the worst way to start off your investing journey. Examples of easy refreshes include a fresh coat of paint, outdoor decking, fence repair, new flooring, and light electrical upgrades that make the unit feel more like a vacation destination. Straight up, it can be difficult to find something that's truly turnkey that's ready to be an STR off the bat. Not only do you need a higher down payment percentage to go right into the business, so you might be bringing up to 25% to the table, but don't forget to budget for your short-term rental refresh. These finishing touches will be that special something that will upgrade your single-family home from any other home in a neighborhood to a vacation destination, and the end user, the client, the person that books on Airbnb when they have plenty of options will really appreciate the attention to detail that you displayed. Point number 2 is invest in B-class areas. Both of the units that we viewed today in Northwest Arkansas are shining examples of the B-class strategy being put into full usage. And also this goes for the unit in Lower Greenville in Dallas, Texas. Also in a B-class area, not Lower Greenville, which is a really nice neighborhood, but on the very edge of the neighborhood into a part called Lower Greenville that's still close to amenities. Think about it, when you select an Airbnb, how deeply are you scrutinizing the location? Some people will go into great detail on the location. Others will just look at the last reviews that have been made from prior guests and determine if the unit's gonna fit their needs from there. Staying away from your most premium neighborhoods with the highest price per square foot will guarantee that you will protect a healthy profit margin with your investment. Another bonus is these B-class properties are more than likely not going to have HOA or POA restrictions. And if they do, sometimes B-class properties are found outside of the nicest areas that have very strict POA regulations. So your POA might allow subletting or short-term rentals. Stop what you're doing and subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to, that is completely fine. Point 3, and you won't hear this anywhere else, be physically in the town that you are branding. So what is an address really worth? It's so hard to say that, but I know that if I'm visiting Bentonville, Arkansas, I am going to search Bentonville, Arkansas, and the map will give me listings in Bentonville, Arkansas. I don't necessarily want to see listings in Centerton or Bella Vista or anywhere else where I might be close enough to visit everything, but my perception as a visitor is that I'm not getting the Bentonville, Arkansas experience. So buy in B-class areas in Bentonville, Arkansas. Keywords are so important, and no matter how creative your Airbnb listing title, the word that's going to hit the most in that title is Bentonville, Fayetteville, Dallas. So when you buy in the city limits, you can actually put that on your listing and not false advertise by saying Dallas, but really you mean you're in Richardson. You're giving someone the Dallas experience. Number 4, diversify your holdings. This means don't put all your eggs in one basket. This doesn't mean go all across the nation, across multiple states. It's not what I'm saying. However, if you're targeting one metro area, what I'm saying by diversify is buy in multiple neighborhoods or buy in multiple towns or cities within that metro area. If you diversify, you are not betting on one individual neighborhood, and you will reap the benefits as the whole metro increases in population or average sales price. Point number 5, no shared walls. Take it from an Airbnb host with one condo unit that's on the bottom middle floor of a 6-plex, meaning there are 3 neighbors and you could argue 5, and then someone that also owns 2 single-family homes with one currently operating. I get far less complaints from the single-family home. There's nothing more frustrating than enduring a long travel day in and out of airports, maybe a long car ride with multiple stops, and you're ready to crash, and your neighbors upstairs or to the side have other plans. They're playing loud music, they're having people over, their dogs are running around, and you're left to deal with that sound. As an Airbnb manager, we live off reviews, and there is nothing more frustrating than having to live with a 1 or 2 star review from somebody that complained about noise and something that the manager or the owner of the property perceives as an uncontrollable with noise from a neighbor. That's not to say don't buy a condo. For me, a condo was the only thing in 2019 that I could buy in Dallas, Texas within reason in a good area. So condos or duplexes or half of a duplex can be a great entry price to these premier neighborhoods, but know that you're gonna have to deal with the negative Airbnb reviews associated with shared walls. A few things you can do is set expectations with your guests that if they're extremely noise sensitive, this probably is not the unit for them. Another thing that we figured out over time was to provide a noise machine and little packets of earplugs at the unit and have our cleaners leave those behind. And those little touches can push someone from being very frustrated about the noise to thinking at least this Airbnb manager prepared me. That little thought could be the difference in a 1-star review and a 4 or 5 star. However, guests will be guests, and that's Airbnb in a nutshell. You're at the mercy of your client's experience, and you just have to do everything you can to make it as good as possible. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned $37,000 of gross income. I'm going to share the numbers with a few screen grabs from Airbnb. You guys can check those out, see that I'm telling the truth. You can also see that our bookings didn't start until Memorial Day of 2021. We had 1 unit in service until September, added the 2nd unit in Fayetteville in September, and then rode out the year. I am pumped to see $37,000 of gross income, which is not gross profit. Don't get it confused. If you're running a 20 to 25% profit margin, you are killing it on Airbnb. However, it's still great. You're still owning real estate that's appreciating. You're still paying down debt. And like I said, with 3 units up and running for the full year next year, I can reasonably see us averaging $9,000 to $10,000 per month and making this a gross income business of around $100,000 with a healthy profit of 20 to 25K. Thank you all for making it this far into the video. You are a real one for still watching at this point. Please do me a favor and comment what type of threads through the channel you are enjoying the most. Whether that is anything Airbnb related, personal finance related, real estate sales related, running related, day in the life related, whatever is hitting you and whatever you're enjoying watching, please comment below so we can make more videos like that heading into 2022. This is Drake running real estate here on YouTube. I'm out.